head-on shot. Going into the starting gate, you're going to look at post positions 3, 4, and 9. 3 keyed entry, 4 Sinister Minister, 9 Sharp Humor. Those are the 3 quickest out of the gate that we expect to see the surf it up speed in the Kentucky Derby this year. And they are off in the Kentucky Derby, and wasting no time, it is Sinister Minister, and Sharp Humor comes on through in between horses. Toward the outside, Bluegrass Cat is there, keyed entry toward the rail, and here's that cavalry charge bias for the first time, and it's Sinister Minister, and keyed entry comes through on his inside. Sharp Humor runs third as they head for the turn. Showing up is fourth, Barbaro's fifth in between horses. Lawyer Ron is sixth, Seaside Retreat is seventh, and then it's Bluegrass Cat, 8th toward the inside. Brother Derek well out into the track. He's now running along in 9th position. AP Warrior is 10th. Point Determined is 11th toward the inside. Sweet Northern Saint, the favorite, is 12th and moving through in between horses. Bob and John is now 13th. Deputy Glitters is 14th. Private Foul 15th. Steppenwolfer 16th toward the inside. Flashy Bull is 17th. And then it's a Storm Treasure down toward the inside, running in 18th position. Cause to Believe is 19th. Jazzle, the stretch runner, is the last of them all. 46 seconds flat for the opening half mile, and it is indeed a grueling pace here, set by keyed entry. Sinister Minister is second as they approach the half-mile pole going into that far turn. Sweet Northern Saint has picked his way through the pack. He's down on the inside fourth. Barbaro in the clear, poised as they move into the far turn, and he's moving up to be fourth now. Showing up his fifth. Bluegrass Cat is sixth, and he's called on for more run as they round the far turn. There goes Sinister Minister. 3/4 in 10 and 4, and it's Sinister Minister, and here comes Barbaro. The undefeated Barbaro comes up on the outside, and he takes the lead as the field turns for home in the Kentucky Derby. Barbaro turns it on, and his stablemate showing up is second. Bluegrass Cat is third. Brother Derek putting in a late run on the far outside. Steppenwolfer is fifth, and Sweet Northern Saint sixth toward the rail, but they're coming to the finish, and it is all Barbaro in a sublime performance. He runs away from them all, and he has saved something left for the Preakness. Barbaro wins by 7. Bluegrass Cat was second. Steppenwolfer was third. Three-way photo for whose horse did not perform as well as they thought today, but boy, this was a terrific performance.
And if it's a talented field, then this horse is something else because he blew them away. 18 unbeaten horses have run in the Derby, but only 6 have come out of the Derby still unbeaten. Barbaro becomes the 6th. 6 wins and 6 starts. He's the first horse in 50 years to have a 5-week or longer layoff before the Derby from his last prep. That was Needles 50 years ago. Barbaro has done it off the 5-week layoff and 2 races in 13 weeks. Vindication for Michael Matz. Many said 5 weeks was too long from the Florida Derby to the Kentucky Derby. He gets the colt by Dynaformer out of...
And they're off for the $250,000 St. Louis Derby. 4 outside, Follow the Storm going out for the lead, along with Star Spangled Gator. General Darby along the rail moves up, followed then by Lewis Michael, now racing 4th by 2. Lawyer Ron is 5th. Length and a half back. Smokey Jones Sutton is now racing 6th. Down along the inside is More Than Regal as they head on over to the back stretch. First quarter in a quick 22 and 4. General Darby with that lead by 2. Follow the Storm is second, a length and a half. Lewis Michael along the inside third. Star Spangled Gator is 4th. A 5-length gap back to Lawyer Ron, racing 5th by 3. Smokey Jones Sutton along the inside is 6th now by 2. Casino Evil is next. Follow then in between horses by Cielo Gold. Down along the inside is More Than Regal. As they continue to the far turn, the half in 46 and 1/5 second. Follow the Storm takes the lead by a neck. General Darby second. Lewis Michael on the outside is racing third. Here comes Lawyer Ron with a bold move on the extreme outside 4th. Smokey Jones Sutton in between horses is on the go 5th. As they head on now to the top of the stretch, Lewis Michael in front by a neck. Lawyer Ron on the outside second. Long shot Smokey Jones Sutton along the rail is third. As they come on down now through the stretch, Lawyer Ron out in the middle of the racetrack with the lead by a length and a half. Lewis Michael between horses. Smokey Jones Sutton digging in on the inside. Down to the wire. Lawyer Ron by a length on the inside. Smokey Jones Sutton. Lawyer Ron in front.
Forward by Dodge. Goes up to the outside gate. It's Sun King. The gate's closed. They're all set. There's the roar from the Churchill Downs crowd as the Breeders' Cup Classic field set on their way, and Lawyer Ron in the white in the middle immediately sprints to the lead. Lava Man is right there. Bernardini came away beautiful, and Brother Derek's taken a strong hold down at the rail. Alongside of him comes Premium Tap. There couldn't be much more speed on early here on the outside. Here's Flower Alley keeping them honest. Bernardini's settled down in the 6th spot now, being followed by George Washington to the rail, 6 off the leaders. Invasur is racing alongside of Suave. They're a good 8 lengths off the lead now. Then back to Sun King. Along the inside of those two we have David Jr. scraping the paint. Then back to Perfect Drift, and Giacomo is the trailer. Giacomo 15 off the leader. Onto the backstretch they go, and Brother Derek virtually sprinting out here. He's setting up fast pace, a length and a half to Lawyer Ron. Lava Man is in 3rd. Down at the rail, Premium Tap in the gold colours. Bernardini is back in 5th now, and Bernardini might be being asked to pick it up from here. Bernardini is 6 lengths off the leaders, going to have to go wide now. George Washington is coming through inside of him, then David Jr. Invasor tries to get up closer. He's 7 off the leaders, then Suave, Sun King behind that Perfect Drift, and Giacomo continues to trail. Less than a half mile to go. Brother Derek is the leader. There's Lawyer Ron chasing him in 2nd. Now Bernardini has suddenly kicked it in. It looked like he might be battling, but Bernardini with a magnificent rush on the outside in the white sleeves, and Bernardini strikes the front in the Classic. Brother Derek running a huge one to his inside. In behind those two now, Invasor's coming home gamely as well down the centre. Bernardini, Invasor's coming with a good run down the centre of the track. Brother Derek tries to battle back along the inside, but Invasor, Bernardini, Invasor and Bernardini in a thriller, but Invasor's got his measure, and Invasor, the Argentinian bred, Uruguayan raced, Invasor has won the Classic. 2nd was Bernardini. Premium Tap running on 3rd. Giacomo came from dead last to finish 4th, just ahead of Brother Derek.
A surprise, and there's going to be a humongous fiesta in Uruguay tonight. Belmont Stakes with Jazzle wins the Breeders' Cup Classic with Invasor, who is owned by Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum, the older brother of Sheikh Mohammed, the owner of Bernardini. The sibling rivalry. He's by far the youngest rider to win a Breeders' Cup race. And things did not go well for Invasor in his preparation for this race. He was pointed for the Jockey Club Gold Cup, developed a slight fever. There was going to be a showdown with Bernardini that day, but they had to back him out of that race. They came into this race off of a layoff that, frankly, it made Kieran McLaughlin uncomfortable.
And you've got to give Kieran a lot of credit, because he trained this horse up to the race. Not an easy job.
He said he trained him harder because of the layoff, which he doesn't like to do, but apparently. Yeah. And again, to point out what Jerry said, no excuse at all for Bernardini. Trevor Denman picked up on it immediately as the horses went into the 2nd turn. He was being ridden along by Castle.
And they're off on a bad stumble at the break there for Silent Name, and Silent Name was left at the back of the pack. Leighton Heat breaks on top, and so too Mr. Humphrey. And to their inside, Half Hours. Corinthian is up close early today. He's running in 4th. Political Force is now 5th, followed by Lawyer Ron running in 6th. Sun King is 7th, and Silver Wagon had traffic trouble. He had to check, is 8th, and is now being passed by Silent Name on the outside. So they run down the backstretch now. Mr. Humphrey doing his job. Up there with that lead and setting the pace in Half Hours, 2nd on the inside. Leighton Heat and Corinthian. So it's those 4 racing for the far turn together. Lawyer Ron just in behind them, 5th, and Political Force. Moving around the far turn. The first quarter went in 23 and 1, and the half goes in 45 and 3/5 seconds. Midway around the far turn now. Half Hours comes through on the inside of Leighton Heat. The work is done for Mr. Humphrey. Here's Corinthian. Here's Lawyer Ron now. And Lawyer Ron, Edgar Prado guides him 4 wide as they make the approach to the top of the stretch. Just in behind them, Sun King beginning to pick it up now. And Political Force is in with a chance as the field turns for home in the Met Mile. It's Corinthian and Lawyer Ron head-to-head. Leighton Heat down toward the inside 3rd. On the far outside, Political Force is charging hard. Sun King is coming up the inside. Down to the final 16th. It's Corinthian, Lawyer Ron, and Political Force. Corinthian in front, and Corinthian is one.
For the start of the 80th Whitney
Handicap, and they are off Papichulo. Good start. Fairbanks 2. Wandering Boy is there. Lawyer Ron's going to get caught very wide going into that first turn. Flashy Bull holds his spot at the rail, so they hit the clubhouse turn. Wandering Boy is the leader. Fairbanks right alongside. Lawyer Ron 3 wide round the first turn. Just is inside. Papichulo gets a good spot early. He's running along in 4th position. And then it's Diamond Stripes 5th, and Flashy Bull 6th on the inside after a quarter mile in 23 and 4/5 seconds. Dry Martini is 7th, and Magna Graduate is 8th, just in behind Flashy Bull. Then Sun King, Brass Hat at the back of the pack. Awesome Twist is the last of them all. So the field down the back stretch run, they're strung out here. It's about 14 lengths from front to back, and up front the leader is Wandering Boy. Wandering Boy, the opening quarter went in 23 and 4. The half was 47 and 1/5 seconds. These are legitimate fractions. That Wandering Boy is setting. Fairbanks not far behind, right there second. Lawyer Ron kept close third. Papichulo gets a little nudge there to go at the half-mile pole. He's running along in 4th. Diamond Stripes is 5th. Flashy Bull is under a drive, but no response yet. He is 6th, still about 6 lengths from the lead, with 3 furlongs to go here in the Whitney. Then Dry Martini. Magna Graduate is called on for run, but he's down toward the inside with 8 horses before him as they come to the top of the stretch. Wandering Boy has set the pace throughout, and with 2 furlongs to go, he is still the leader. Lawyer Ron full out on the outside. Fairbanks in between horses. Papichulo is right there. Diamond Stripes on the far outside. Magna Graduate. Flashy Bull still running in 6th. Dry Martini, and here's Lawyer Ron, who storms to the lead just inside the 8th pole, kicks clear, and kicks clear in a big way. Lawyer Ron has won. It was a wide journey and a winning one by 4.5 lengths here. An emphatic victory for Lawyer Ron. 6 and 3/5 seconds. That has demolished the track record.
What a performance for Lawyer Ron. Todd Pletcher, another big score, so much for the outside post, hurting the chances of Lawyer Ron here in the Whitney. Had to take back early. It was a wide trip, an astonishing time.
3 wide on the first turn. You saw him rally 3 wide on the second turn, giving up valuable yardage to some of the other horses in the race. What an unbelievable effort by this horse. That's not an easy track record to break. It was previously held by a horse named Tri-Jet, who set it in 1974. Also Left Bank shared that track record as well back in 02. But wow, Lawyer Ron, what a race.
Well, you can see Lawyer Ron there, still 3 wide. Actually, he got a pretty good trip into the first turn, even though he was slightly wide. Don't think it was going to matter today as much as he accelerated the last 1/8 of a mile. He could have broken from the 15 post and still won.
And how many times do we see this happen? On paper, what an evenly matched race. The favorite at 4-1. It's hard to separate them. Trips are...
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. And Brother Bobby racing for the lead from his inside post. Here's Lawyer Ron on the outside, who's up into second early on, followed by Sun King. Then Political Force is running in for it. Indy Wind is at the back of the pack. Curlin is second to last in the early stages here, and Malibu Moonshine is the trailer. So a long shot leader here, Brother Bobby, and Lawyer Ron. He's very keen today. He's tugging away there at Johnny Velasquez. They're right up and on the pace. A pace of a quarter mile in 24 and 1/5 seconds. And the gray Political Force is rating back in third. And the Preakness winner, Curlin, is in the clear on the outside 4th. Sun King's now running in 5th, rating 5 lengths from the leaders. And then it's Indy Wind and Malibu Moonshine. So down the backstretch run, Brother Bobby, Lawyer Ron well out into the track after a half mile in 47 and 4/5 seconds. And Velasquez continues to try to settle down. Lawyer Ron right up and on the pace. Political Force just in behind the lead third. And then Robbie Alvarado hasn't moved a muscle yet on Curlin. They're rating well while 4th, about 4 lengths from the lead now as they round the far turn with a half mile to go. 3/4 up in 1:11 and 3. And it is Brother Bobby, still the long shot leader. Lawyer Ron right off his flank. Curlin is poised in third with 3 furlongs to go. Political Force is 4th.
Sun King in an all-out drive is now fifth. Then in the win on the far outside. And now the field turns for home at the top of the stretch here at Belmont Park. And it's Lawyer Ron to take the lead as they turn for home. Carlin, though, is right there with them on the outside. Brother Bobby throws in the towel. Political Force is third. And here's that showdown. Lawyer Ron and Carlin with 1 furlong to go in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. It's Lawyer Ron fully extended. Carlin running his heart out today. Down to the finish. Lawyer Ron. Carlin coming with those giant strides to defeat Lawyer Ron. Carlin wins by a head in an exhilarating stretch run here, defeating Lawyer Ron in the Jockey Club Gold Cup by a head. Political Force was third, and Sun King was fourth in 2:01.1. Photo finish.
Are provided by Equibase. Number 1, Lawyer Ron, the morning line favorite. Wowed us at Saratoga, but lost at a mile on this track.
He was good as a 3-year-old, good enough to run in the Kentucky Derby and the Breeders' Cup Classic last year. He didn't run very well, 12th and 9th respectively in those races, but he has stepped into a new dimension this year with those wins at Saratoga.
Street Sense will be in the 2 slot next to the best 4-year-old. Derby winner, hasn't won the Classic since 1990. Hey, guess who trained that horse in 1990?
Carl Navsger, unbridled. Street Sense came from way back in the pack in the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. Should be a bit closer today. We'll see if he has that patented kick along the rail that Burrell loves to unleash.
The 3 is Any Given Saturday. He'll gather plenty of attention as the horse for the course. He is Monmouth's Haskell winner. That's the biggest race here any other year, but this year, of course.
Red hot jockey Garrett Gomez. This horse is the now 3-year-old with 3 consecutive wins. I actually tried to name him in Any Given Sunday, but it was turned down because it was the name of a movie.
Number 4, Curlin, Ali Sheba, Sunday Silence, the only Preakness winners to ever take the Breeders' Cup Classic.
He defeated Lawyer Ron last time out in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. A game performance, probably even a better performance than his Preakness win over Street Sense. Curlin's big question, his poor race here at Monmouth by his standards.
George Washington, the Irish star who failed at studs, so they brought him back to race. Little funny, isn't it? English Channel, an American horse, GW, Euro-based.
He ran in the Breeders' Cup Classic 6th, beaten 7 lengths last year, but they still are convinced that he is handy enough, as they say, to run well on dirt.
The number 6 is 26-1 right now. It's Awesome Gem. His daddy won this race back in '98. That's Awesome Again.
And Awesome Again has already sired a winner today. That was Ginger Punch in the distaff, and he is noted as a good off-track sire. Awesome Gem is very consistent. Second to Tiago last time on the Goodwood, beating the nose.
The 7 is Diamond Stripes, a surprise starter in this race. 2 for 2 in Jersey, but third to Lawyer Ron twice this summer.
And here is trainer Rick Dutrow again. He upset the mile with Kip DeVille, paid $18 there. Diamond Stripes is 37-1. Dutrow chose this race instead of the dirt mile yesterday in sort of a late change of plans. We'll see if he was right.
Familiar name, the Derby runner-up, Hard Spun. Gets the 8-hole for Hard Spun, and he's proven to be a threat each and every time.
Second to Street Sense in the Kentucky Derby. Turned the tables on Street Sense. in his last start, the Kentucky Cup Classic, when allowed to control the pace in soft fractions. Probable pace setter today.
The 9, Tiago, named after Sergio Mendez's son, and he's belted out a better tune of late. The winner of the Breeders' Cup Challenge, winning you're in Goodwood Handicap, is Tiago.
Well, we're throwing out music trivia. He's a full brother to Giacomo, last year's Kentucky Derby winner, and Giacomo was named for Sting's son.
We are getting set for the Breeders' Cup Classic. We'll bring you right
for the Breeders' Cup Classic, sent on their way to a perfect beginning. Any given Saturday, Ryder's foot nearly came out the irons at the break, but he broke beautifully. Now he has hard spun. Hard spun going up to take over. Lawyer Ron right there at the rail. Any given Saturday between them. Now the grey Diamond Stripes runs up on the outside, and George Washington going to take back into 5th. Street Sense very smartly is taken back now. 9 lengths off the leaders, and Curlin Street Sense, they race alongside of one another. Awesome Gem second last, and Tiago is quite content to give them 15 lengths start early. Into the turn they go in the Classic, and Hard Spun has ensured a good pace. Lawyer Ron is right there down at the rail, and Diamond Stripes is in 3rd. Any given Saturday in 4th. He's being nudged out a little as Any Given Saturday. He's 5 off the leader. George Washington already, the rider, earning his money as he's having to ride George Washington from 5th. Then we come back to Curlin. Street Sense just waiting patiently down at the rail, and Street Sense 11 off the lead but running nicely. A gap of 6 to Awesome Gem and Tiago. A half mile to go in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and Hard Spun goes on. Hard Spun by 2 to Lawyer Ron. Any given Saturday, Diamond Stripes has gone, as is George Washington. Curlin and Street Sense are making their runs now. Curlin 4th, Street Sense down at the rail, and Street Sense is threatening to run a big one. Street Sense and Curlin, they got to get to Hard Spun. Lawyer Ron did not go on. Any Given Saturday was never really happy today. A 3-horse race as they turn for home in the big one. Hard Spun, but Curlin is breathing down his neck. Street Sense literally scraping the paint, but Curlin strikes the front, and Curlin is powerhousing home. Hard Spun, Street Sense did not go on, and it's all Curlin in the race of the year. For Horse of the Year, it's Curlin in an absolutely stylish performance. Curlin and Robbie Alvarado win it easy to Hard Spun. Awesome Jen ran on late for 3rd, then Street Sense, Diamond Stripes was last.
That was a Derby rematch, but in the end, Curlin all the way.
You did earlier in the summer at Monmouth Park here in the Haskell. He said the hot weather really took a lot out of him. The cool weather, he'll be much more aggressive. You'll see him taking Robbie Alvarado into the race as they hit that far turn. The sharpness